Alright, it's been asked to try something to see if it worked. And it was like multiple mixtures besides these three, but I don't think it'll make it through these three. Of this trimmer, this is one of the old hyper tough ones we got from Walmart. It's probably like the third year it's going on, and using these ones because the other one took a crap. This one's running pretty shady itself. So what we're going to try to do is run them on. I got that in that Pepsi bottle is engine oil and gasoline mixed up to what you would have for a 40-to-1 mix up there and measured out. So we have in the middle is the engine oil, to the right is .3 brake fluid, and on the left is kerosene. And I've already mixed up the engine oil, so we're going to get it in there. I brought it out, fired it up, and let it run on some regular 2-cycle. So there's 2-cycle in the primer right now, which is probably a good thing. I don't know if it'll fire up on this other stuff or not. I'm trying to figure out how to rig up the throttle to be able to stay away from it. I mean, I don't think anything drastic will happen. I think if it anything at all, it'll just seize. Ain't like it's going to blow a rod through the side of it or something, but I don't even know if we'll need a whole tank. But my guess, I know back in the day, they used to use standard oil and gasoline for chainsaws back when I was a kid. So this will probably run, it'll probably just smoke real bad. But the plug it's in, it's like new. I brought out some extra spark plugs, so let's give it a whirl here and see what happens. Hopefully it'll start. Definitely didn't like it, that's for sure. See if we can try and get her to start back up. I have, see if I can get some gas. We'll try priming it, see if she'll start back up. It definitely didn't like that at all, so let's see what we got here. Let's prime her up. Nope, try to anyway. Crap. Well, if we had some fuel. Totally unprepared for this. Maybe a little bit. Might be enough to kick it off. I don't know. Oh well, doesn't help that the cord came loose. Need a clamp. expecting at least smoke. That's Super Tech 5W30 engine oil. Must be just thin enough. I thought for sure it would smoke. We didn't even get any smoke out of it. Alright, we'll swap them out. We'll try next kerosene. So we get it all swapped out, we'll mix it up, throw the kerosene in it. Alright. Little K1 oil based. I think the mixture was roughly 10 ounces to roughly, that's a 16.9 ounce bottle, but I'm stopping it short of being full. As close as I can anyway. At least enough to see what happens. Need a funnel. And if that's right, it's close enough for me. So I don't think it's going to run very well on it. I got everything out except for what's in the primer. I should have let it run until nothing was left, but to get a true result, but we're going with it. Oop, it's definitely full. It looks like crap. Alright. Let's see if she'll fire up. Should have went and bought one of those clamps. Could have put on there and held it. Nothing. Nobody's running on that. Well, and I know before anybody says anything, you probably have to run a full tank completely through the system to get a true result. I don't even know if I'm on the accurate measurements. It's our best guess on the measurements. But so we're just going with it. Figured it'd be a real quick response. It didn't seem to like an engine oil too much, but let's see if this will fit. Curious of sucker's hot. See what we got. This is one of those E3 plugs from Walmart. Doesn't even look like it's hurting it. So we ran some K1 through it, some regular standard engine oil through it, and but like I was saying, it's not. Most likely, you need to run a full tank through the system to get a true result. So this ain't going to be scientifically accurate. So I definitely don't have the daylight to run a full tank of each one. I can tell you if you run full straight unleaded gasoline through them, it will seize them up. That's the thing though, these are the two we've used so far, the engine oil and the K1 have oil-based properties in them, so it could still be separating, and it's just enough lubricant to lubricate the system on the inside. So we'll get this out of it, and the one I'm curious about is the brake fluid, on how it's going to react to that. Alright, Super Tech .3 brake fluid, 10 ounces. Is it ounces or milliliters? I think it's milliliters. Yeah, I'm sorry, it ain't ounces, it's milliliters. So it's 10 milliliters to roughly 16 ounces. Make sure I get that clear. People start calling me an idiot, which they sure they will. Oops, spilling it. Good enough. Alright, so I don't know what you guys think, but almost looks like straight gasoline. Do the same way like I've done before. The previous mixture is still in the primer. Which was the K1, the kerosene. So we still got a little kerosene in there. So it should start and run. Let it run through, you know, get the brake fluid up in it. So honestly, I don't even know if I'm letting it run long enough to actually get the other mixtures fully up in it, but honest to say, this thing doesn't seem to mind. It ran hard enough to get some up in the system. So let's try a little stronger version. So it's going to be about another 12 milliliters brake fluid. Guess it is kind of tough, hyper tough. Maybe not. Let's try it. I don't believe it. Guess this video would be more of a how tough actually is a hyper tough weed eater. Alright, so here I am trying to put these all back together and we're destroying one. Kind of ironic. Oop, oop. See if we can put on a smoke show. Probably not. That was roughly, where are we at? That was almost an ounce of oil. Get some more of it. This thing, it's a little bit more, so we're a little bit of an ounce of oil in there. What was it, 30 or something, I don't know, all kinds of brake fluid, engine oil. Didn't add any kerosene to it this time. If it makes it, it's worth cleaning the fuel system out. Still using it. Give her a shot. taking this abuse. No smoke, no nothing. You can smell the oil burning. Smell it all over it. I can't believe this thing's not even smoking a lick out the exhaust. Alright. Running it hard enough to where it's dropping down probably, I don't know, yay far, so not much. Probably like half a fingernail, I guess, is dropping, running through the tank. Alright, let's try a little bit more. See the fumes coming out there though. I'm not even keeping track of the ounces. Top it off with some brake fluid. A little trimmer that could. Alright, we're all the way to the top. It's spilling everywhere. Alright, perfect. Totally stupid video. Ooh, maybe she's done. Maybe not. Can't waste your guys' time. I thought we'd at least get some smoke. That's a lot of oil and brake fluid in that fuel. But I guess the Hyper Tough actually is the little weed eater that could. There you go. This is the one that we've done multiple videos on. Well, one of them. We bought two of them, but that is one of them. Give it some credit there, but granted, like I was saying, if you're going to mix up a tank of this stuff and expect a result, my best guess, you're going to have to run a full tank to it. But so we did. We tried kerosene, 5W30, .3 brake fluid, and in the end we was cramming it full of engine oil and brake fluid. And you can hear it's hesitating a little bit when you go to first, you let off of it, go to kick it RPMs back up. You can hear some hesitation in it, but once it goes, it's revving right up. So I thought this thing was running on its last leg. But we'll take a look at the plug real quick. But I don't expect anything severe. I don't even think we hurt this. Well, might have hurt it enough to make it this last season. But I'm telling you, for a, she's hot. You can smell the oil cooking out of the exhaust, the oil and the brake fluid. But I'm telling you, for a residential weed eater, the two of them, the pair that we bought, they don't get treated residential. These things, the kids and the neighbor kids, they take them out. Yeah, it's just starting to darken up. So you're just starting to see some funk on it. But that's exactly right there, like what I'm saying. If you'd have to run a tank full of each one to get a true result. Spark plugs, top of the plug's the same way, looks just like that, or the top of the piston, same way, looks just like that plug, identical to it, same color. But like I was saying, a true result would be one full tank of each, ran at full RPM, and then you probably would get some catastrophe out of it. If you run straight fuel, it'll seize, it'll get hot and seize up. But these, they all have, as far as I know, I think all these are petroleum based, so it's that could be the issue there as well. It's getting just enough lubricant out of them to survive, but that's a lot of engine oil. That thing should have smoked. But that's it. I'll wrap it up. I won't hold you guys up anymore. So we have I guess the Hyper Tough trimmer is kind of tough. It's taking a beating. Keeping on.